There is a global financial shift happening, and the world has not yet understood its magnitude. For decades, wealth was controlled by governments, banks, and institutions operating behind closed doors. But quietly, methodically, and without mainstream attention, some of the richest and most strategic minds alive began moving their capital into a digital asset that was once mocked as magic internet money. That asset is Bitcoin. This movement did not begin with hype. It began with whispers, private meetings, closed-door conferences, encrypted conversations between hedge fund managers, former central bankers, sovereign wealth advisors, and world-class mathematicians. Michael Saylor, CEO of MicroStrategy, became the first major corporate leader to openly shift billions of corporate dollars into Bitcoin. When questioned, he didn't talk about trends. He described Bitcoin as digital property superior to any asset humanity has engineered. His decision sent a shockwave through Wall Street. Then Elon Musk quietly joined the movement. Tesla and SpaceX added Bitcoin to their balance sheets. Jack Dorsey, co-founder of Twitter, said Bitcoin changes everything. Stanley Druckenmiller, one of the greatest hedge fund managers in history, admitted he owned Bitcoin. Paul Tudor Jones called it the fastest horse against inflation. The Winklevoss twins declared Bitcoin Gold 2.0. These are not dreamers. These are real billionaires, real financiers, and global power players who understand monetary cycles better than anyone. They don't buy noise, they buy revolutions. And to them, Bitcoin is the first global monetary revolution since the creation of modern banking. Bitcoin is misunderstood by most people. People think it's digital money. But Bitcoin is far more than that. Bitcoin is a decentralized network that stores economic truth. It has no CEO, no headquarters, and no government operator. It is digital property with absolute scarcity, capped forever at 21 million coins. Everyone can verify the supply. No one can change it. It is secured by the most powerful computing network ever created. Tens of billions of dollars in hardware, millions of independent nodes enforcing its rules, and thousands of developers monitoring its code. No hacker, government, or corporation has ever broken Bitcoin. It is trustless not because it cannot be trusted, but because it does not require trust. It is money that belongs to its owner alone. No bank, government, or institution can stop a Bitcoin transaction or freeze your Bitcoin balance if you hold your private keys. Billionaires invest in Bitcoin because they recognize three seismic patterns. First, Bitcoin is the hardest money ever created. Gold was humanity's hardest money for thousands of years. But gold can be mined indefinitely. It is slow to move, and it can be confiscated. Bitcoin surpassed gold. It is portable, divisible, instantly verifiable, impossible to counterfeit, resistant to seizure, and absolutely scarce. In a world drowning in inflation, Bitcoin acts as the ultimate store of value. Second, Bitcoin removes government risk. Throughout history, governments have frozen bank accounts, seized assets, manipulated currencies, and rewritten financial rules during crises. We saw it in Cyprus when banks seized deposits. We saw it in Lebanon, where the banking system collapsed. We saw it in Venezuela and Zimbabwe, where currencies lost all value. We see it in Turkey, Argentina, and countless nations. Billionaires understand that when governments panic, they change the rules. Bitcoin has no government. No emergency can rewrite its code. No politician can adjust its supply. It is the only asset immune to political risk. The third pattern is the most important. Bitcoin is a once-in-civilization technology shift. World-changing technologies, those that permanently reshape society, arrive rarely. Fire, agriculture, writing, the printing press, electricity, the internet, AI. Bitcoin is the seventh great invention of money. It is not a trend. It is a transformation of the global financial architecture. Early ownership of world-changing technology is how generational wealth is created. That is why billionaires accumulate Bitcoin quietly before the rest of the world understands what is happening. But Bitcoin does not only benefit the wealthy, it benefits everyone. Bitcoin introduces transparency with a public ledger that anyone can verify. There is no secret inflation, no hidden bailouts, and no privileged access for insiders. Bitcoin gives individuals financial freedom, your keys, your money. No bank can deny you access, freeze your account, or control your wealth. Bitcoin gives billions of unbanked people a way to store and move value. It protects savers from inflation. It allows borderless payments in minutes. It decentralizes the global monetary system so that no single government can control it. It is a universal digital asset recognized everywhere, independent of politics. As the traditional monetary system weakens, Bitcoin's importance grows. Governments are printing more money than ever. Inflation erodes purchasing power worldwide. Debt levels have reached historic highs. Banks fail more frequently. Trust in institutions decreases year after year. Bitcoin emerges as an alternative system built on mathematics and transparency, not political promises. BlackRock, Fidelity, and major banks are now pushing Bitcoin to their clients. Nations like El Salvador have legally adopted Bitcoin. Corporations add Bitcoin to their treasuries. And the next phase is global competition, nations racing to secure Bitcoin reserves before others do. But there is a deeper conflict forming, a silent war between the old financial system and the new. Banks see Bitcoin as a threat. Governments fear losing monetary control. Central banks explore CBDCs, digital currencies that allow total financial surveillance, in an attempt to counter Bitcoin's liberty. But billionaire investors see the opposite future, a world where money is not printed, manipulated, or controlled by a small group of decision-makers. A world where individuals control their wealth without interference. A world where economic freedom becomes a global standard. Bitcoin mining is misunderstood. Critics claim it wastes energy. But data from the International Energy Agency and independent researchers show that Bitcoin mining often uses excess energy that would otherwise be lost. Natural gas flaring, stranded hydro, wind curtailment, solar oversupply. Bitcoin mines stabilize electrical grids and encourage renewable development. Oil companies like Exxon and ConocoPhillips use Bitcoin to reduce emissions. Bitcoin transforms wasted energy into economic security. It is not an environmental threat. It is an innovation in global energy efficiency. Bitcoin surpasses traditional assets. Gold is scarce but heavy. Stocks depend on companies that fail. Real estate depends on politics, taxes, and physical vulnerability. Fiat currencies lose value every year. Bitcoin is the only asset that is both digital and scarce, global and portable, secure and independent. It cannot be inflated, diluted, seized, or counterfeited. It is a new category of property. The global power struggle over Bitcoin intensifies. Some countries embrace it, others fear it. Some banks accumulate it, others attack it. Some billionaires invest quietly, others evangelize publicly. But the same conclusion echoes across the world. Bitcoin is inevitable. Whether within 10 years or 50, Bitcoin will shape the future of global finance. When Bitcoin reaches mass adoption, its price will reflect global demand meeting a fixed supply. A future of $500,000 Bitcoin or even $1 million Bitcoin is not speculation. It is simple mathematics when a finite asset meets infinite demand. The future world using Bitcoin is a world with less corruption, more transparency, faster business, financial fairness, economic innovation, global competition, and liberation from centralized control. It is a world where inflation cannot silently steal wealth. It is a world where money moves freely, securely, and globally without permission. It is a world where individuals, not institutions, control their financial destiny. Before continuing, remember to subscribe, like the video, comment your thoughts, and share this documentary with someone who needs to understand what is happening. And check the description, where additional videos explain the difference between XRP and Bitcoin, what blockchain truly is, and how blockchain technology actually works. This documentary is just the beginning. The rabbit hole goes deeper than most people expect, And the future of money is being rewritten right now.